What's good, everyone? It's the one and only NY Phenom. If you guys enjoy NFL, NBA content, want to see some gaming content in the near future, give this video a like. And if you're new, go and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. Now, let's go ahead and get into this video. Alright, so we're going to speak about this Demarcus Cousins and Knicks interest. The Knicks are interested in bringing in Demarcus Cousins for the 2019-2020 season. Look. I really don't know how I should feel about this, man. When I first heard the news that the Knicks were interested in Demarcus Cousins, I said, hell no. Just how Stephen A. Smith said earlier this morning, man. But when I first heard the news about the Knicks going after Demarcus Cousins, I said, no, absolutely not. But when I heard about them bringing Demarcus Cousins for a one-year deal, then a one-year deal is not that bad. I won't flip out on a one-year deal. Now, if this was if this was like a 3, 4, 5-year deal, then we have some issues. Then we have some real issues. But a one-year deal, just to test out if how good he can be for an entire season, is pretty interesting. One thing that I will say, though, this gives me a lot of Amare Stoudemire vibes. For you guys who are not Knicks fans or haven't watched basketball for that long, Amare Stoudemire was pretty much in a similar position where Demarcus Cousins was. Not the same position, but Amare Stoudemire, he came to the Knicks his first year, looked pretty good. But, you know, the injuries caught up to him, and then he never became the same. He was never the same player he was. But a lot of people forget, Amare Stoudemire's first season with the Knicks, he was a top power forward in the NBA. I mean, dude was putting up like 26, 27 a game while getting double-digit rebounds. I mean, dude really had the skill. He was working on his mid-range J. He was still pretty athletic. I mean, Amare Stoudemire's first year with the Knicks, he was that dude. A lot of people forget that, man, but as a fellow Knicks fan, I can't forget that. But not to get sidetracked, man, but this Demarcus Cousins news is kind of threw me off. Like, the Julius Randle one made sense. I know a few people are trying to tell me, well, Julius Randle might ask for too much money or whatever, but as long as it's a 2-3 year deal and we try to keep it to that 20 to 22 mil range, then I don't think we will be overpaying him. But when it comes to Demarcus Cousins, with his injury, especially the ruptured Achilles, man, I mean, Demarcus Cousins, he got drafted in that 2011 draft, or was it 2012? I want to say it was 2011 draft. So he's, matter of fact, Demarcus Cousins, I'm trying to find out what age he is, or what's his actual age. He's 28 years old. Demarcus Cousins is 28 years old. So we're talking about a 28-year-old who just came off fresh off an Achilles injury, came back, showed some spurts of being pretty good, dealt with the quad injury in the playoffs. This would be a risk if we were to sign him. It would be but would it really be a risk? Because it'll only be for 1 year. It'll only be a 1 year, pretty much a try, just to see how much Demarcus Cousins has in the tank. And, you know, it'll only be a risk, in my opinion, if it was a 3 or 4 year deal. Like I said, a 1 year deal, it's a win-win. It's either Demarcus Cousins is going to be really good and he's still that top center in the NBA that he was before the injury, or the money goes off the books the next upcoming season. So the next all season. So this is interesting. I really didn't expect this. Another reason why I didn't expect this is because we got Money Mitch. And Money Mitch seemed like the centerpiece for the center position for the next decade. He just feels like the future big man of the team, just in my opinion. I'm pretty sure a lot of Knicks fans will agree with me about how Mitchell Robinson, he just seems like the center that we're going to go with for the upcoming year. But with them going after Demarcus Cousins, I heard some talks about them re-signing DeAndre Jordan. Do they really believe that Mitchell Robinson is the future at the center position? Maybe they don't. I feel like he is. I mean, dude was averaging 2.5, nearly 3. Was it 3 blocks? It was something crazy, man. He was getting blocks nonstop. He can run the floor, super athletic. Needs to put a little bit more weight on, but I mean, dude seems like the future in my opinion. So this Demarcus Cousins rumor. Yeah, I mean, I don't know the film, man. Maybe this is the Knicks. This is what they're gonna do since they're gonna pretty much miss out on all the big free agents. But in my opinion, I would just sign Julius Randle and keep this team going. Now, I did see that the Knicks were interested in the Morris brothers. I'm with that. I love the Morris twins, man. I really do love the Morris twins, man. Both Marcus and Markeith, man. Both of the Morris twins, I'll take both of them on the team. Great role players, great veteran players. They know how to win, especially Marcus, man. Marcus can ball. Markeith, he's a bruiser too. I like both of those two players, man. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having them. They could teach some of the young guys like Kevin Knox, all the young guys. You know, just be good veterans on the team. And we were able to make a move for a Julius Randle, the Morris twins, and bring them on the team that we have right now. I think we would, we could be a playoff team, man. And another thing, what was the other thing I want to cover? Emmanuel Mudiay, man. I know there was some news that he just became an unrestricted free agent, and so as Luke Kornet. Now, Luke Kornet, I really don't care about. I mean, I know a lot of Knicks fans like Luke Kornet. I just don't think he's not. I mean, besides him being able to shoot from the perimeter, I mean, he's a big man that really didn't show anything else in my opinion, but that he had a really good jump shot. I mean, we can give him up. But Emmanuel Mudiay is interesting, man. I've always been a big fan of Mudiay ever since he got drafted. Ever since I really saw his Hoop mixtape a while back. But anyway, Emmanuel Mudiay, really solid point guard. In my opinion, I would try to keep him. I think he can do some things off the bench, be a backup point guard. And I mean, to be fair though, just as a Mudiay fan, I would like to see him get a chance to start somewhere, because it just seems like Denson Jr., he's a future. He's a future. Him and RJ are the future of the guards on this team. So Mudiay really doesn't have a chance to really start on this team, but I would like for Mudiay to be a backup on this team, but he'll probably have another chance to go somewhere else and start. So I mean, maybe that's me just being a selfish Knicks fan. But honestly, I just want to see the best for Mudiay, man, because a lot of people consider Mudiay a bust. And in my opinion, he had a little issue of the turnovers and all of that in Denver, and all. But I think he should get another chance to start somewhere, man, because I really think he can produce on a team, man. So I mean, that's all I really need to cover, man. This Cousins situation just threw me off, because it just threw me off, man. It really threw me off. The Julius Randle one make perfect sense. Cousins, that threw me off. If it's a 1-year deal, I guess I'm with it. It'll just be interesting to see how Cousins and Mitchell Robinson, how would they play with each other? Would they have Cousins play power forward and Mitchell Robinson be the center? I don't know. But as long as it's not a long year deal, I guess I'm not mad. So that's pretty much all I really got to say, man. If you guys enjoy NFL, NBA content, want to see some gaming content in the near future, give this video a like. And if you're new, go subscribe to the channel while you at it. I'm the Phenomenal One, and I'm out. And deuces.